another episode of Coffee and Careers with me, Gail and Ann, Careers Manager for the Adam Smith Business School.
And me, Ann Duff, Careers Manager for the College of Arts.
So in today's Coffee and Careers, we're going to be talking about making a bit of a career pivot, so moving outside of your degree discipline. So we've spoke about in previous episodes that a large number of graduate employers do actually open up their programs to students from other degree disciplines. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't necessarily matter what you're studying now. It's not going to dictate what you actually do in the future as well. So if a student knows that they want to kind of make a leap outside of their degree discipline, so let's say, for example, somebody is studying history and they know they really want to go into marketing, what could they be doing now to kind of help themselves get ahead and actually be able to easily move out with their degree discipline? So the first step in this, Anne, that I would say is actually think of the transferable skills and experience that you have now. Mm-hmm. As we've said, employers value different backgrounds, different degree disciplines. So they recognise actually that people studying different subjects have a lot that they can add to their organisations as well. So say that example that we have of a history grad, you've perhaps got like excellent research skills that you can bring into that marketing job. Really think about the transferable skills and the experiences that you have already that you could bring to it. So have you been involved in a club or society where you've kind of developed some transferable skills that be useful to that sector? Mm-hmm. And what has your degree given you that you can actually transfer to this actual job area?
And the second thing that you can do when you're reforming your ideas, if you're doing the career pivot, is get involved. Get involved in lots of things that are going on. So let's say, for talk's sake, I recently ran an event for people that wanted to work in the creative and cultural industries, and there was a student who came who did biology, and the advice that was given to her was get involved in student television. So it doesn't really matter what the degree is. If you are looking at a particular occupational area and there's not like a natural correlation between the degree that you're doing and where you want to go, get involved. Look for opportunities here in the university. We have hundreds of student societies, we have student media, we have lots of things going on. So that's your starting point. Look for the extracurricular activities that will align themselves with the industry area that you're aiming towards.
And the SRC's website has got a huge list of those kind of clubs and societies you can get involved in. And if there's not one in your industry, set one up. Yeah. Start one yourself. Another thing that you could add to that is actually, if you perhaps don't have contacts within that sector that you're thinking about, then start to build your network. As a University of Glasgow student, you have access to a fantastic pool of alumni, and through the career service and the alumni team, we actually have the network, which is an online portal where you can connect with University of Glasgow grads who are there and willing to mentor you and give you advice. So if you are in one subject discipline and you want to know what it's like working in another area, get on the network, connect with one of our alum and actually ask their advice. If you go back through the Coffee and Careers archive, you'll see that we have a video called Informational Interviewing, which will give you loads of great advice about how to actually start that conversation with our alumni as well. But I would definitely say use our graduates, use our alumni, and actually start to build your network in that sector outside of your degree discipline.
Yeah. And just continuing on from that point into the fourth thing that you can do is get some work experience. And your starting point is absolutely using our alumni community. They have a vested interest in helping you because they remember what it was like being in your shoes. So use them as a way to perhaps get some work shadowing. So you could ask that person, really enjoyed talking to you. That's been really valuable for me in reforming my ideas. Would you mind if I come in and work shadow you for a day and see what your job's like, what your work environment's like? You can then use that piece to step on to the next piece of starting to apply for different things in work experience. We have the internship hub that's here in the university, delivered by the Career Service, but also if you look at the Career Service website, you'll see other organisations that you can get internships and work experience through. So definitely that is your way to start it, because again, sometimes you can think about a career, well, I really love the sound of that, but when you find out about it, it might quite not be what you're thinking about. So this kind of investigative process is really important.
Yep, so there are options outside of your degree, and if you do want to make that sort of career pivot, we would say really assess your own transferable skills, think about actually getting involved in building up your experience, connect with our alumni, and then finally start to kind of build and get some work experience as well. So thanks very much for joining us in another episode of Coffee and Careers today. If you haven't done already, please like, comment and subscribe, and do tune in again next time.
Good luck.